Okay, so Jay-Z is making it more than clear that he is not going to sit back and let his name be dragged in the mud in this SA case. Because not only is he fighting back, but he is fighting back hard. Y'all know how he was dragged into Diddy's SA lawsuit a couple of months ago when the attorney in charge of the case, Tony Busby, claimed that Jay-Z also allegedly SA'd the defendant. Well, the lawyer finally dropped the lawsuit, but Jay-Z is not letting it slide. Because not only did he file his own lawsuit, but he also gave us a rare glimpse into his life and how the lawsuit almost ruined not only his life, but also his daughter Blue Ivy's career. This is a mess, but Jay-Z is not letting it slide and he is ready to play dirty at all costs. So let's break this down. Okay, so for a quick recap, Tony Busby first filed a lawsuit back in October last year where he claimed that Diddy allegedly SA'd a 13-year-old victim at the 2000 VMAs, adding that another male celebrity who was there at the time also SA'd the victim, Jane Doe. The lawsuit said, Jane Doe was 13 years old on September 7, 2000 when she tried to attend the MTV Video Music Awards. She could not get into the award show without a ticket and therefore approached several limousine drivers after the event to see if she could attend an after party. One of the drivers allegedly worked for Combs and drove the plaintiff to a party where she signed a non-disclosure agreement and accepted a drink. They went on to say that after just one drink, the plaintiff alleged that she began to feel woozy and lightheaded and made her way to an empty bedroom to lie down. Soon after, Combs allegedly entered the room with a male and female celebrity. She then alleges that she was SA'd by the male celebrity as the female celebrity watched, before allegedly being SA'd by Combs as both celebrities watched. At the time, the lawsuit didn't name who the male and female celebrity were, but fans believe that the female celeb in a situation could be J-Lo. But hey, y'all didn't hear that from me. Anywho, we wondered who the male celeb in question was, but Busby later filed an amended lawsuit to claim that the male celeb in question was allegedly Jay-Z. According to the updated lawsuit, defendant Sean Combs, along with his longtime friend and collaborator Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, a 13-year-old girl at an after party following the 2000 Video Music Awards. Another celebrity stood by and watched as Combs and Carter took turns SAing the minor. Many others were present at the after party, but did nothing to stop the SA. Combs has been allowed for years to conduct himself in this manner without any consequences. He believes that he is above the law. He is not. His close friend Sean Carter has been with Combs during many such instances described herein. Both perpetrators must face justice. The lawsuit also said, defendant Sean Carter is a male who, on information and belief, maintains residences in both New York and Los Angeles. Defendant Carter is more commonly known by his industry name of Jay-Z. Carter was identified in plaintiff's original complaint as Celebrity A. Prior to the filing of this amended complaint, Carter received a letter from plaintiff's counsel requesting a mediation to resolve this matter. It continued, upon present information and belief, Jay-Z responded to said letter by not only filing an utterly frivolous lawsuit, but by also orchestrating a conspiracy of harassment, and intimidation against plaintiffs' lawyers, their families, employees, and former associates in an attempt to silence plaintiff from naming Jay-Z herein. This effort was meant to scare plaintiff and to discredit her counsel. That effort failed. Indeed, plaintiff chose to file this amendment as a result of the egregious conduct perpetrated by Carter. Jay-Z immediately clapped back at this and accused Busby of extortion, vowing to fight the lawsuit to the end and refusing to settle. In a very angry statement, the statement said, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion, so no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. He continued, my only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. The situation was a hot mess, and it got even messier when his mother-in-law, Miss Tina Knowles, liked a shady post about the case, but it later turned out to be a false alarm. Jay-Z continued to fight the lawsuit, and he even filed an lawsuit against Busby, hinting that Busby was pushing him to settle out of court because the whole case was one big cash grab to start with. Busby, on the other hand, chose to play on the nasty rumors that have been following Jay-Z and Beyonce. You know, the allegations that they are secretly handlers, that they are evil people, even though there has been no evidence about this. Anywho, Busby claimed that Jay-Z had his people bullying him and trying to pressure him into dropping the lawsuit. It was a hot mess to say the least. So imagine how surprised we were a couple of days ago when Busby randomly decided to drop the lawsuit without any explanation. Of course, fans started spreading rumors that Jay-Z had settled out of court, which was the real reason that Busby dropped the lawsuit, but Jay-Z immediately set that straight in his statement. He said, today is a victory. The frivolous, fictitious, and appalling allegations have been dismissed. This civil suit was without merit and never going anywhere. The fictional tale they created was laughable, if not for the seriousness of the claims. I would not wish this experience on anyone. The trauma that my wife, my children, loved ones, and I have endured can never be dismissed. He continued, this 1-800 lawyer gets to file a suit hiding behind Jane Doe, and when they quickly realize that the money grab is going to fail, they get to walk away with no repercussions. The system has failed. The court must protect victims, of course, while with the same ethical responsibility, the courts must protect the innocent from being being accused without a shred of evidence. May the truth prevail for all victims and those falsely accused equally. It's kind of sad that the family especially had to go through that, especially Blue Ivy, who is definitely old enough to not only hear about it in school, but also read it on the internet and on social media. Now, I know that Beyonce and Jay-Z are very protective of Blue and the other kids, but if she saw the mean comments that people left about her during the Renaissance tour, then you could believe that she definitely saw the comments about the SA cake. But that's not all, because Jay-Z also claimed that Busby definitely timed the timing of the lawsuit to make sure that he filed the day before the premiere of the Lion King movie just to try to ruin things for Blue. He said, social media comments online responding to Mr. Busby's public statements about me and accusations against me have caused me harm. For example, people have said, I can't wait until you join Combs in prison, then later in hell. He needs to be in jail. Jay-Z needs to be locked up. Jay-Z about to go down. All of you at Rock Nation, Jay-Z, all of you are going down. Just wait and see. And lock Jay-Z up. Other comments have accused me of being a Satanist, and a monster, called me the N-word, and threatened violence against me and my wife, including to or execute us. He continued, I was harshly criticized by others for accompanying my daughter to the premiere of her movie a day after Mr. Busby filed the Jane Doe lawsuit against me. Media outlets reported that Disney was hesitant over my attendance at the premiere because of the accusations. I feel that Mr. Busby purposely filed this lawsuit on the eve of my daughter's premiere to put me in a position of having to choose between supporting my daughter or hiding to avoid the negative press coverage. Jay-Z ultimately made the decision to attend the premiere to support his daughter, which drew a lot of criticism at the time, but knowing what we know now, it was super brave of him to show up like he did, knowing what was at stake. But I want to know how y'all feel about Jay-Z's claims. Do you think that he's right to sue Busby for extortion, or do you think that he's secretly